What's good, everybody? 9 a.m. You know what time it is. Time to trade, baby. Let's see. If you're just now tuning in, I trade NQ and gold, so we will be checking them out. But first, I created a trading system that has made me disciplined, consistent, and profitable. So let's tune into that because that's what we always start with. Here are our key metrics so far this year. We started with 2K account, and last week we took 4 trades, which summed up to be 678 in profit. We got a 100% win rate. My average execution score is 21, and compliance to my rules is 80% plus. Now we move on to our pre-market checklist. This is what I always start with before I even engage, or to help me engage the markets before I even think about taking a trade. So we'll fill this out. Today's date. Uh-oh, wait a second. It is not the second, Jay. It is not the second. All right, and we start with our first rule on our checklist, news review. So let's look at news. Today is Tuesday, January 13th. We had core CPI at 8:30 and new home sales at 10 a.m. So we'll mark yes for that. Higher time frame bias identified. So we'll be checking out NQ first and then gold as well. So this is NQ. As mentioned before, we are still in an uptrend. Market is kind of going sideways right now. And we were looking for a break of this side, which we are starting to have that. Unfortunately, we don't have aggressive candles doing it, but it has peaked above this previous high, which is kind of giving us an indication that price can still remain to be bullish. So that's in Q. See what the next. Actually, we'll do gold as well. Same with gold. We are making higher highs and higher lows. It did break this previous high, so that is our indication on our daily time frame that potentially it can go higher. So both NQ and gold are bullish. NQ being a little bit more sideways. I don't want to see it break out of this box just a little bit more. All right, back to our thing. High time frame bias identified. Yes. Key levels marked. So we'll go ahead and mark up our key levels on NQ first. And so mark this as our, I use red for the daily time frame, and we'll mark this as our last previous high. Then we're starting to get an indication here going up. We'll drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Let me see, these highs are kind of all equal. So we're really basing it off of 4-hour time frame. This is our latest, not our latest, but because we got our indication here, correction, and then continuation. And then from there, it just kind of is lingering around here. There's no new real indication. There's wicks above this high, but that's it. And then our 1 hour, we went off yesterday from Thursday. Thursday, Fridays. Yes, so from Thursday last, we used orange on 1 hour. This was our indication last Thursday. On Friday, it went up. I forget if we caught buys on this or gold. I think it was gold. So we got the continuation. We got the indication, correction, and then Monday, yesterday, it price took off without it. So we got the continuation already. So it technically made a new high. And then it technically made a new indication. So this is the previous high. This is yesterday, made a new high. Now it's correcting. And then actually it did a continuation pattern up here. But this is a, I don't know, it's not, I thought it was an all-time high. So that's marked up. And then we'll go to gold, do the same thing. So we got our indication here. Price broke that high, that's our indication. If price wants to go further, then we'll go down to the 4 hour. Our last high in the 4 hour would be here. Mark that in green. And then we'll drop down to the 1 hour. Yesterday, 1 hour orange. So yesterday, this was our high on 1 hour. Price slightly broke it, corrected, and then went up. So we weren't able to participate in that. And then today we're working off the same high, basically, and price has already started its correction. So won't necessarily be getting in on that, but before we even get to that, key levels marked, yes. Liquidity zones identified. So for me, liquidity zones are just target areas in both directions. So we'll be targeting this high right here. And if it were to go down, we would target this gap here. And these lows as well. But I guess the nearest one would be here. These lows, we'll delete that. And then on NQ, same thing, kind of already, zoom out here, kind of already took out these highs right here. So I already took out a target. The next target would be something like, there's a gap in price here, so we can target that. If it decides to continue to go up. Which isn't too far away. And then if it goes down, we target these lows in this area here. Liquidity zones, yes. New York session content clear. What we want to do is understand, is it clear? Yes, it is in an uptrend, currently trending up and no signs of going down yet outside of this wick on NQ. And then gold, it's still showing signs of going up as well. And this is the all-time high on gold as well. So it's clear. The move kind of took off without us on both of them actually. Context is clear. My risk is always defined. I'm risking 10% of my account size, and my emotional state is neutral. So now that we have this done, this gives us a go to the next checklist. If it wasn't, no, no. I give you a little leeway because some days you might not check the news, right? So, but if two of these are no's, then it's a no-go. Strategy entry checklist. Same thing. Fill in our date. Um, we're on the buying side, so with both pairs, we will be looking for buys. And then our first rule is the price make a clear indication on the 1 hour time frame in the direction of the higher time frame order flow. So for NQ, we kind of we made our indication, we made our correction, and then now it's continuation. So for me on NQ right now, back. For me on EQ right now, we're kind of late in the game because it kind of already took out this high almost, right? So we don't want to get in at the top of this move. We would much rather have gotten in down in this area. Oh, this is gold. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is gold. So the move kind of took off without us again. And then in Q, same thing here. We got our indication, correction, and then price kind of took out that target area already again. Now we do have another target up here, but then we will have to wait for that indication to really form out and play so we can get all of our rules. Because our rules is if we do have that indication, the price make a correction back to the original indication. It already did that. And the price make a breaker structure on the 5-minute time frame in the direction of the higher time frame. So if we go back and look, we made our indication here. We made that correction. And then if we hop down on the, let's go 5-minute, we saw price break structure here. Right? Price broke structure, create that higher high, create that higher low, and then took off for 830. So that's our move. That's where we want to get in at. We want to get in right here. That would have been the move to look for. The market opens at 9:30, so now we're gonna wait to see what happens there. So as far as our checklist, we're currently not looking for a trade because all of these have happened on, what was that? NQ. So it happened without us, right? So gold looks similar as well. Gold, oops, that's 2 hour. Gold made that indication yesterday. It made that correction overnight. And then now the breaker structure is our continuation. So scoop down to the 5-minute. Start to see create higher lows here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, and boom, it broke structure here and here, but we're just gonna take this one. It broke structure, it gave us a higher high, and it gave us a higher low as well, and it is close to target. So none of these I want to get in late because we want to buy low and sell high. There's a reason why they say that. So we want to get in down here versus getting in up here because our target is right here and it's close to being met already. So today looks like it's going to perform without us on both pairs. But this is why I have this checklist, because now I know there's nothing I can do right now, because these rules already applied on the charts before we even got on. So um, we might be at another no trade day, which is fine, because we want to wait for our setup. We don't want to hunt, force anything. We want to wait for our setup. So we might not get a trade today, guys. Bummers. Bummers. So what I'm thinking is for NQ, I'm not sure yet. Hold on. Because you see how it did this here on the 4-hour. Like this area is similar to what it did over here before it went down. So I'm thinking it might do the same thing, because there is some strong selling power right here. Over here, you can see. Right? There is strong selling power. Every time the price comes up to here, boom, down. Here, boom, down. Here, boom, down. Didn't quite make it, still went down. Here, boom, down. Here, down. So, will it break this strong area right here? Let's look at that on a weekly. So looking like it is trying to, but we shall see. So that is NQ, guys, and gold. Gold is taking off without us, but gold made indication of 4-hour. It didn't really do a correction yet. So what I'm thinking is the correction might happen sometime this week if this doesn't just fly through. Like if this creates a lower high and then we break down, yeah, we're definitely coming back here to this area. And then maybe we can catch a quick sale sometime this week. But as far as right now, I don't have opportunity. Like I said, it already made its indication. It already made its correction. And already did its continuation above the area where there's buying power. See above here is buying power. See above here is buying power. So we need to get in either at or below that buying power. Buying power. Gold as well. Above this area, there was buying power. Above this area, buying power. So we need to get in at or below that area. And unfortunately, 830 news made price push up. But that's okay, because there's always opportunities. There's always opportunities. May not be today. But we got Wednesday. Let's take a look at Wednesday's news. Wednesday, we got PPI. Not too bad. Thursday, we have unemployment claims at 8:30 again. And then Friday. Friday, we have a plethora of news. 8:30 cat. Flash PMI. So nothing too bad Friday though. A lot, but nothing too harsh. Wednesday we got that CPI and GBP. Oh yeah, that's it. So yeah, we're on gold. So if we were to get in and this happened during our session, um, actually it broke structure, created the higher high. Now if it stopped here, then created a higher low here like this, it stopped there and created a higher low. I would like to get in around here, but it went way up, close to the target, then created that higher low. And so now it's going to hit that area. So for scalpers, could possibly get in there. You know, maybe do like a 1-to-1 here. Because it definitely has the momentum. I'm just not going to do that. And then for NQ, kind of the same thing, but this one already hit its target. It already took out that high. So price broke here. It made a higher low already. Then it made a higher high. During this pullback, could, but it already took out that high. So I don't want to and took it out aggressively. So yeah, that is the analysis. So we'll just wait and see what 9:30. What happens around 9:30? NQ continues to push up. Cool. We'll just have to miss that bus. And gold, they continue to push up. We'll just have to miss that bus. And hopefully we get a good indication here. And then maybe tomorrow we can potentially participate. Discipline. We don't see our setup, we don't participate. Preserve your capital and live the trade and see another day. Like I said, go on, tap in on that. I already know. That would have been a little quick little scalp. Yeah, that could have been a good pre-market setup. It's sure enough. That could have been the break too. Minor break. Creating that higher high. And then we create a higher low. Enter here. Stop below these lows. Target there. Add a quick 2-to-2. The news, we never know what's going to happen. So, to me, that is gambling. That's when you gamble because you never know. Let's see, we'll see what we got 5 minutes until market open. change that. Change that. See, that's about to hit his target already too, so. You can start to see the transition here on the 15. Lower low, lower low, lower high. Now we got a higher low. And boom, it breaks. So you can see that on NQ. NQ is kind of different, but you can see it more clearly on the 5 minute. See it retrace, come down, break structure up, and break structure down again. Then boom, broke this structure here. Create the higher high, higher low, news hit, boom, took off. You can't get them all. Can't get them all. We got 3 more minutes. Let's look at Euro real quick. Okay, Euro. Yep. We had the indication on the daily time frame. Breaker structure to the downside. Now it's kind of retracing. 4 hour. At the indication on the 4 hour. This was the last low. Lower high indication. Correction. On the 1 hour. Let me see, 2 hour. You can see it now. 1 hour is a little bit better. About the 30 minute. 30 minute, you start to see breaking down, coming back down. Want to target these lows, especially if this high holds. If that area holds up, potentially sell and target these lows, especially if there's a break of structure. You can't really tell on the 1 hour. I think you really see is maybe this being a swing low and it broke there. So now you have the 1 hour going in that direction, the 4 hour going in that direction, and then you retrace, and then the daily. But that is Euro. It's not a clean setup, so I wouldn't even get in that. All right, it's 9:29. Let's hop back over to NQ. All right, so see what it does on the 5 minute. $15. Shoot. All right, market open. Five minutes, see what it do. Right now it's retracing back down. This was the last support area right here. See, the buying power is still kind of strong above this indication. They have a little movement, but nothing crazy. Let's look at gold. Gold is still heading for that high. Nothing crazy here either. I just thought about like, oh me man, I would always try to find a position every day, and now I got a trading system that keeps me calm. Like I have rules in place, a checklist. Like, bro, this is dope. And they tell you to have rules, but I always kept them on in my head, or maybe I wrote them down, but I never applied it, consistently in this order. It really works. It helps me prevent from taking silly trades. I see. I said it might go up, but it still could tap that high. But if it doesn't, it comes all the way down here and breaks this, then that is our new lower high on the 1 hour. All right. That'll be an indication of a lower high, breaking that. And then we can try to see breaks that, comes back up, and then we can try to aim for this area. And with NQ, breaks these lows, break that lower high, breaks that low, and then try to fill in this area here, and maybe even potentially take out these lows. Because remember, this is the 4 hour indication, so it can definitely come back down here. And as long as it doesn't break the 4 hour support, which is right here. Right, that's our most recent support on the 4 hour. Came down once, came down twice. Now, technically, this was our break, or this one. So we created that higher high. And then created a higher low. And we have a higher low here as well. So this target wasn't here. This high wasn't here already. already taken out, and this was the target. Oh yeah, I will definitely get in here. Boom, boom. Got me on 1 and 2. We shall see. I give it about 10, 10:30 maybe. Uh, still rolling. Yes, we are. Oh, slowly trying to get to the high. In Q might continue. Already 13th day in January 2026. Ain't that something? Time be flying. Ooh, shoot. Boy is tired, y'all. Your boy is tired. Seems to just look at a couple more pairs for the fun of it. That's better. Uh-oh, there go push. There go push. So this would have been definitely a valid setup. Create the area high, area swing low. Enter. I want my stop here, to be honest with you. But here's decent. It looks like it has the momentum to go up, y'all. I just don't like it took out the high already. But it does look like it has the momentum to go up. And then here. Yeah. She look like she pushing y'all. I might have missed out on this one. Go hesitating. Go got too much hesitation. I don't know. I might just focus on NQ. Good go. I don't know. I don't. I'll give it a while. This is big right here, but I wanted to see what the hype was about gold. All right, so if it breaks this high, she might go up. See, on the 1 hour, everything look juicy. It look juicy. Man, that was a quick drop. That was a quick drop. Pay attention to closes. Candle closes versus wicks. This close right here is lower high. So it could be a transition to downward. Okay, they're going to push on gold. There goes the push on gold. I just would have rather gotten in down here versus here. Especially if this is the all-time high. So gold looks like it's going to make a new high. Or 630 is the high. And then NQ playing around in the same range. US 500, see, the brother and sister. did the same thing, and now it's starting to head down. So if brother heading down and big sis went all the way down, god dang. Then in Q could potentially go down as well. But sis, dang, she is. It's an all-time high for this. I think it is. Yep. So for US 30, kind of just wicked up here at the top, and now I think it's gonna head back down to this area here. A lot of up movement, no down movement. So it might head back that way. Not too far off. Take out this low and potentially take out that low. So if US 30 is going down, US 500s look like it's going down, just took out that high, and now it's creating that a lower high. We might get like a little sell tomorrow, yo. And so unless 15, it's kind of just hanging around. Do we have any more news? Tuesday. That's the 20th. 3010. New home sales. Didn't make the news. Didn't take out that previous high right here. But see, just understanding the three indication, correction, and you know this is the continuation, and this continuation happened after or before the market opened. There's no need to try to ride this train because it did it for a reason. Now, if it didn't do it before market open and it did it while market open, then we would have had opportunity. But it did it before. It took out this high before market open. So that's telling me it might have other plans, especially looking at big sis over here dropping it like it's hot. And little bro, he dropping it too. So here, little bro, you had your indication there. Well, yesterday was indication, Friday, correction, and then, dang, is there opportunity on US 500 yesterday I could have looked at? Eesh. Kind of took off too. But as long as you enter above here, you're pretty safe. I just like to see that higher high and higher low form. Right. And then here, took out the high indication here. Yeah. That is not an indication. This was in the US 30. I'll say these are equal highs. So I'll say this is an indication here. Then a mean correction. And then boom. Might have been an opportunity on US 30. the high right there, so it's not too far. What's this? 930. Oh yeah. So yeah. US 30 had the opportunity yesterday. We had the break here, went down, took out this liquidity, broke this high, made the higher high, higher low. Boom, I'm entering on this engulfing. Got my stop like right here. And I'm taking it to that high. That was US 30. That's what you want to see. Below or at, you want to see this happen. Below or at the indication, I should say. And then you're targeting that high or more. US 30 yesterday was the move. US 500 yesterday. If we went based off of, let me see. We went based off of this original indication right here. Boom. Boom. I'm down at 5 minute. We start to see, and this was what happened on NQ. This is pretty much identical to NQ. It broke. So here you could have entered just based off of it crossing back over your original indication. You could have took it to that high. NQ is going down now. I think it is. Yep. Let's see, we would have been almost stopped out. US 300 still going down. 500 still going down. Gold, it took out that high. Finally. But we got a strong rejection right now. So definitely not the day to trade. We'll wait till 10 o'clock and see if that induces any volatility for the 10 o'clock news. How we going? 4 hour. Still rolling. Still rolling. That 4 hour still looking like wick. Wick. US 30. That thing is going down. So it's kind of clear on these ones. This is the same. Yep. Looks like she gonna take out these lows. Go in this area here. US 30 already did that. Swept those highs. Technically made a lower high. And hit now. And so I'm waiting for you to make your move to show me if you want to go down too. And go. It tapped it. Made a new all-time high. And kind of just slow-mo right now. So I think if gold turns around, then we'll be aiming for this area here. Definitely avoid. And I think Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. Let's avoid way down here. So let's see. Candles starting to get smaller. I think you want to take out all of this. Pretty sure it's going to take out all of this. Because like I said, it's a lot of rejection. Every time it gets to this area, rejection, 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 rejection. It tried, but it just ain't. And looking at the daily, like I said, it's a toss-up because it's still kind of sideways. Unless it breaks this high, then we know we're trying to still go up. But now it's just kind of like stuck in a little zone. Go trying to push. And yeah, so definitely no trade day. I'm just waiting to see what 10 o'clock news does. Move this out the way. Like I said, NQ's going down. US 30 went hella down. And US 500 went down. So you're going to probably see this on NQ too, because it's almost identical. We got a lower high. We got lower low. And then it could stop here and go back up. Or it can just break through this and continue down. So we made a lower high. Looking for that lower low. You didn't give me nothing I wanted, nothing I needed today. That's okay. Just gonna make the rest of the week sweeter. So we can get some clear direction, even if it's short term. It's back at original indication, so we might get some pushback. Move this out the way. Got the way. We still rolling. Yes, we are. Excuse me. So that 9:30 candle for people that get in off of impulse, they seen that go up. Trying to take that high. You need to stop. You need to stop right now. I don't know why this is going so slow and everyone else is going fast. Am I bugging? Oh, go right break structure. Last support here. Boy, I can't give us looks like. There you go. There you go. Now she want to push down. 10 o'clock, give it a little push. You see, just whipped up, went up, created this lower high. Now it's creating a lower low on the 5 minute. Kind of see it on 15 minute too. And then on the 1 hour, definitely made lower highs. Nice 2 big wicks to the top. Oh, we see how far wants to go because there's some support here. And again, on the daily, if you look at this red line here, this is the daily indication. So we go to the daily indication, but it didn't close above this high. We got a lot of wick. And we got a gap in price. I thought I already marked up. Take all this off. Starting to look crazy. Starting to look crazy. I don't want too much on these charts. Usually I just have these 3 and then my goal. Alright, so what you gonna do? US is going down. 30 is going down. Gold is slow. And ain't you just look great? Oh. Well, I think this is it, guys. I am definitely not taking an entry. I mean, I just don't like how this wick. Take that high low. That's what this comes into play for. So all rule number 1 through 4 happen before market open. Definitely not trading. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So back to the original break. This will be your higher low. And you know this will be your high. Already hit target. So from past experience, when price already hits your target before you decide to make an entry, then it's gonna be a no-go. Because it created the higher low before it broke structure to make the higher high and took out the target. But now, is it gonna make the second higher low and go up? Did this, it can stop here, respect it, and continue up. Is it gonna do that? Or is it gonna follow brother and sis by dropping like crazy and drop? I think it's gonna follow brother and sis. It's just taking its time. And it's just me speaking out loud, y'all. This is not me contemplating and getting in or not. I'm just, because my system already said no trade, pretty much. None of my rules applied before even getting on the chart. I mean, all my rules applied before market open, so there was no trade there. So I'm not going to force it. I'm going to trust and have faith in my system and be content with what I have. Because we still got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to catch something. Gold. Like it respect that area a little bit. And then Euro. Euro is just a mess. Like the 1 hour is not clear. Because what I was looking for on the 1 hour was some type of reconstruction. The only thing I see here is kind of around that area with price made the indication, made the correction, then hop down, and then euro opens at 8, so 8.30 went back up, and then now went back to the original indication. So now we're waiting for break of structure to the downside, and so it made a lower high, then made a lower low on the 5-minute. I'm gonna count that right there. Lower low, boom, boom. So you could have caught that short. Say here, here. I try not to focus too much on perfection on my entries because that's what I used to be so stuck on. And I'm like, man, I gotta get the perfect entry. Gotta get the perfect entry. And then take that down. Ideally all the way down here, but that's some way. But we'll see. We'll see what it does. Q still there. So I'm gonna GBP USD. Look at this real quick before I get off. On the daily, he broke indication correction. He's doing a correction already. 4 hours. Indication correction. 1 hour. Starting to make that break on the 1 hour. You want to see on this, get that break, back up, down. Down, 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 down. That's all I have. We definitely created a lower high here on NQ. So now we're just gonna see how far it goes tomorrow. And if the opportunity is strong, indication right here, we might take a short-term sale. We might take a short-term sale. Anything back to this 4-hour indication. Because to me, that's the last indication. You could say here, possibly, but I truly think this right here is the area. No trade on NQ and no trade on gold today. That's it, people. Till next time, I'm out.